Shadows of the Djinn, the terrifying massacre. Nestled amidst breathtaking natural scenery, a small village seemed to thrive in peace and happiness. Yet, dark and malevolent forces lurked in the surrounding forest. The old villagers spoke of Djinn living deep within the woods and warned that their wrath would one day befall the village. These legends were almost regarded as mere fairy tales until a horrifying reality emerged. During a prosperous time, the villagers busied themselves with farming and lived their lives untroubled by the encroaching darkness. But one day, a villager wandering the forest stumbled upon an ancient stone adorned with strange symbols. The stone bore old inscriptions and mystical markings. Though the villager did not grasp its full significance, an unsettling feeling of dread began to settle over the community. From that day on, eerie occurrences plagued the village. Whispers from the forest grew louder each night, and unsettling sounds in the dead of night began to invade the homes. The villagers, sensing that these were omens of the Djinn's awakening, grew increasingly fearful. One night, an elderly woman in the village decided to perform an ancient ritual to appease the Djinn and protect the village. She stood in the village square, chanting spells around the ancient stone, hoping to calm the Djinn and ensure the village's safety. Little did she know, this ritual was merely the beginning of a catastrophic chain of events. First night, tears of the Djinn. During the ritual, strange events began to unfold. The Djinn, angered by the disruption of their slumber, emerged from the forest. Their presence cloaked the village in a dark, ominous shroud, and whispers grew louder, filling the night with terror. In the dead of night, the Djinn infiltrated the village. Shadows silently slipped into homes, and those sleeping within were hunted one by one. The Djinn, with their relentless rage, tore through the village, dragging the villagers from their beds and consuming their souls in a terrifying display of malevolence. The village was engulfed in a nightmarish apocalypse. Second night, the scream of darkness. On the second night, the few survivors realized the full extent of the Djinn's wrath and attempted to flee. But the Djinn had anticipated this and were prepared to confront anyone trying to escape. The village square turned into a battlefield of blood and despair as the Djinn's rage continued unabated. Desperate, the villagers decided to perform a sacred rite based on ancient legends, hoping to banish the Djinn. However, this only fueled the Djinn's fury further. They moved relentlessly through the village, attacking the last remaining villagers and ensuring that every corner of the settlement was engulfed in chaos and fear. Third night, vengeance of the souls. By the third night, the Djinn had completely taken over every corner of the village. The remaining villagers ventured into the heart of the village, only to discover the full extent of the Djinn's devastation. The village was now a scene of horror and madness, with shadows and cries of anguish filling the air. The sacred rites performed in the village square had only intensified the Djinn's fury. The cries of the villagers and the screeching darkness melded into a horrific symphony that lasted through the night. The final remnants of the village, struggling to fight back, were overwhelmed by the Djinn's malevolence. Aftermath, silence and curse. In the end, the Djinn's wrath had consumed the village, leaving only silence and desolation. The once thriving village was now a ghostly, empty place, its history stained with the brutal acts of the Djinn. The remnants of the village and the horrifying memories became a dark legend. The village gradually fell into obscurity, and the story of the massacre became a chilling tale passed down through the ages. The Djinn's devastating wrath had sealed the village's fate, casting a shadow over its history. The tale of how the village was consumed by darkness remained an unforgettable legend, a grim reminder of the Djinn's fearsome power.